we are going to discuss about the constraints used in MySQL. Constraints are the database objects which help in maintaining the integrity of data in a MySQL database. As a result, the constraints helps in maintaining the consistency of data in a database. A constraint can be created at the time of creation of a table using the create table statement, or after the creation of a table using the alter table statement. The different types of constraints used in MySQL are: first one is the primary key constraint, the not null constraint, unique key constraint, enum constraint, set constraint, default constraint, and the foreign key constraints. We will learn each of them in detail from the next slide. The first constraint in MySQL is the primary key constraint. This is the most widely used constraint. The primary key constraint ensures that the columns on which it is defined must contain unique values for all the rows in a table. As a result, primary key column helps in eliminating the duplicate entries in a table. Primary key constraint helps to maintain the entity integrity in a table by maintaining the correctness and the consistency of data in a database. In a good database design, every table must have a primary key. Secondly, primary key column does not allow a null value. As null represents missing values, the primary key column prohibits empty fields in a table. Check the syntax of adding a primary key constraint. Alter table, then within angle bracket, table name. Here this table name will be replaced by the name of the actual table. Then in the next line, add constraint, within angle bracket, constraint name. Here a user defined constraint will replace the constraint name, followed by a primary key, then again within angle bracket, column name. Column name here will be replaced by the column in the table on which the primary key will be imposed. Next, see the example for a better understanding. Alter table employees. Here employees is the table name. Then add constraint empid underscore pk. Here empid underscore pk is the primary key constraint. Then primary key within bracket employee id. Here employee id is the column on which the primary key is imposed. The second type of constraint used in MySQL is the not null constraint. Any missing values in database systems is represented as null. A column having not null constraint does not allow these null values. Now consider a table called employees which stores the records of employees. Can we imagine the existence of an employee without having its employee ID? Surely not, isn't it? Hence, the record of an employee cannot be inserted without an employee ID. Again, take another scenario where the students of a class are represented by roll number. Now, can we imagine a particular student in a class without having a roll number? Surely not, isn't it? This is because roll number identifies every student in a class. In such cases, columns such as employee ID for employees and the roll number for the students in a class cannot accept null values. And that brings the importance of this not null constraint, which does not allow null values in a particular column of a table. The next type of constraint is the unique key constraint. Unique key is similar to the primary key constraint, except the columns having unique key can accept a single null value. This is very much contradictory to the primary key constraint, which does not allow null values, but unique key accepts null value. More than one unique key can be defined on a table. Unique key also helps in maintaining the entity integrity of a table, hence ensuring the correctness and consistency of data in a particular table. Check the syntax of adding a unique key constraint. Alter table within angle bracket table name. Here, this table name will be replaced by the name of the actual table. Then, in the next line, add constraint within bracket constraint name. Here, a user-defined constraint will replace the constraint name, followed by unique key within angle bracket column name. Column name here will be replaced by the column in the table on which the unique key will be imposed. Next, see the example for a better understanding. Alter table employees. Here, employees is the table name. Then add constraint empid underscore uk. Here, empid underscore uk is the unique key constraint. Then unique key within bracket employee id. Here, employee id is the column on which the unique key is imposed.